Hi, fellow believers. I just wanted to share a testimony with you. Um, I don't usually, in fact, I never use the color black for most things that have to do with Jesus because, um, I just don't like. I don't think of Jesus and the color black as going together. Um, but he was reminding me today that he's the one who created that color. And Satan uses it for a lot of demonic purposes, but God created the color black, and my beautiful beloved dog is black, and horses are black, people are black. Um, so anyway, it's a good color, it's a good creation, and God made it for a purpose. So I just wanted to share my testimony with you. Um, the flowers here in the picture, they were given to me by a really beautiful woman of God who I met yesterday. And her name is Marlene Kleeps, or Marlene Kleps. And I had put her testimony down in like a book format. And so I met her yesterday and had a wonderful little time. We didn't have much time together because she was at work, but she prayed for me, and it's funny because I didn't tell her that I have digestive problems or sleep problems, and but the Lord told her, and she said, "I'm going to pray for your digestion that's been going on for years, bad digestive issues, which I have had for years, um, a lot of years, all kinds of digestive issues." Um, and then she said, "I'm also going to pray for your sleep," and that made me really happy because I don't sleep through the night. I haven't slept through the night in years. I get up frequently for all kinds of problems and issues. I have to use the bathroom a lot, and my skin is itchy, and it makes me toss and turn, and sometimes my back hurts, and I can't sleep because my back is sore, and all kinds of weird stuff. So I'm waking up throughout the night all the time, like every hour I wake up. So it was really neat how the Lord told her that because I didn't say a word. Well, anyway, she prayed for me. And last night I slept sound throughout the entire night. I don't remember getting up once. If I did get up, maybe it was once at the most, but I don't even remember getting up. And I don't think I got up last night. But if I did, it couldn't have been more than one time. But I really sincerely do not remember getting up. So um, I'm trusting the Lord for my digestive stuff. And I noticed today that I wasn't overly hungry like I usually am. I'm usually hungry all the time, but I didn't feel that way today. I didn't eat until around noon, and it wasn't because I was starving myself. I actually felt really good. Um, Before noon, I didn't feel hungry at all, so that was pretty different. So anyway, God is really good, and it was a delight to meet that lady, and she gave me these flowers. So I just think that's wonderful. They're so beautiful. Jesus is the lily of the valley, and she gave me lilies. Isn't that amazing? Um, and I love the gold uh, ribbon because that's, Jesus was given gold when he was born, when he was 2 years old by the wise men, and his his heaven is full of gold. It's covered in gold. It has streets of gold. It has walls made of gold around the golden city. So those are colors of Jesus, and white represents righteousness in the Bible, and Jesus is the righteous. So gold and white are the themes here. Now you can see in this picture in the back, that's the Lion of Judah. That's Jesus Christ in heaven. and as the lion, but it has a lot of gold around him, the gold color. I like that. So I feel really blessed and really happy, and I love flowers. And they're one of my absolute favorite things in the whole earth is flowers. And anyway, and I don't like fake flowers because I love flowers so much that they have to be real. I mean, I'm not against fake flowers, but I would never, ever, ever have fake flowers in my home. I want real flowers because I love them. Well, anyhow, another thing is a couple of days ago, I realized that I no longer have sensitive teeth. Now, I first developed sensitive teeth like in my 20s, in my early mid 20s, they started getting. And when I was 31 years old, the dentist told me that I needed to start using sensitive toothpaste. And so I used that for many years. And see, I've always used fluoride toothpaste most of my life. And then he told me to use sensitive toothpaste, which also has fluoride in it. And it's actually, the dentist told me it's the fluoride that takes your pain away when you eat, citric acid. When you eat citrusy foods or acidic foods like vinegar, or lemon juice or whatever, the fluoride in the toothpaste will coat your teeth so that you don't hurt. And that's actually true. It does coat your teeth so that you don't hurt. Um, so I always had to use sensitive toothpaste every day. And then if I ate lemons or something, I would have to I'd have to rinse my mouth out with water and then brush with the sensitive toothpaste to take the pain away, because I was missing enamel. So, so a few years ago, well, when I was 31, by the time I was 31, I knew that fluoride was poison and it was bad for you. But because the dentist said that it was basically the only thing that would take the pain away, I had to keep using it in the form of the sensitive toothpaste. So for all those years, I kept using it, even though I know it wasn't good for me, but it took the pain away. And then about 3 years ago, the Lord showed me that through, watching YouTube videos and getting educated on nutrition, the Lord showed me that fluoride prevents you from regrowing enamel on your teeth. And that's why the dentists want you to use fluoride toothpaste, so that you have to keep going back to them to keep getting all these treatments to take care of your problem of not having enamel. And so in faith, I decided to stop using the sensitive toothpaste and instead switch to a fluoride-free toothpaste. So for the last 3 years, I've been using fluoride-free toothpaste. But initially, in the beginning, the first couple of years, I still kept the sensitive toothpaste on hand because whenever I ate citrusy stuff, the pain would, come back a little bit. And so I would have to rinse out my mouth and brush with sensitive toothpaste just on those days when I had pain. But the other days I kept using the toothpaste that did not have fluoride in it. So anyway, I've been using it for about 3 years, and I noticed over time that my teeth were less sensitive and less often were they sensitive. So the frequency and the intensity of the sensitivity has been decreasing all this time. And it got to the point where I finally threw away the sensitive toothpaste because I just didn't need it anymore. I felt that, I could live without it. If there's a little bit of pain, it's not enough that I have to use that toothpaste. Now, another thing I'll tell you is that all these years, I've always been able to fill the gap, with my tongue. I can fill the gap between where the enamel ends and where the gum line begins. And of course, that's where all the pain is. I could always feel the ridge of where my enamel ended, before you get to the gum line. So there's always this part that had no enamel on it, the part of my teeth. I could feel that with my tongue. Well, just a couple of days ago, I was eating tons and tons of lemon juice on a salad. And I've noticed that lately when I've been sprinkling lemon juice on my salad and on my avocados, it doesn't really bother me. And the other day I ate a whole lot of it. And I was like, this is interesting. I feel absolutely no pain whatsoever. And that was a lot of lemon juice. So I ran my tongue along my gum line to see if I could fill that gap that I've always felt for years and years and years, where there's teeth that doesn't have enamel on it. And guess what? The gap is completely gone. My enamel has now grown into the gum line. I no longer have any bare teeth exposed that doesn't have enamel. And that's why I was able to eat so much lemon juice the other day on my salad. And I had no problem whatsoever with it. I didn't really need to rinse my mouth out. And I didn't need to brush my teeth afterward. I felt awesome. It was just like when I was a little kid and I ate lemons. No problem. So after 3 years of using toothpaste without fluoride, I now have complete enamel on my teeth. They're completely covered in enamel now. There's no exposed area. Isn't that brilliant? I mean, that is so beautiful. Jesus has healed me. He gave me knowledge, his knowledge to heal me. And I just believed in him and I obeyed what he told me to do. And now my sensitive teeth are healed. The lady prayed for me in faith. And that very night, which was last night, I slept sound the whole night. I don't remember getting up once. Maybe I got up once and forgot about it, but I certainly didn't get up twice because I would have remembered that. But I was so tired last night that it's possible I got up once and forgot about it, but I don't remember. I usually remember. So there's a good possibility that I never got up last night. But anyway, she prayed one prayer in faith. And I believe my sleep problems are over. And I believe my digestive problems are over. So, hallelujah. God is really good. And I just wanted to keep encouraging you not to believe all the lies that are in the news right now. They're trying to turn the conflict in Ukraine into World War III. They're trying very, very, very hard to turn it into World War III. The whole Western Front and Zelensky are all working together to try to create World War III. But it is not a war. They keep calling it Putin's war, and it's not a war at all. It's a conflict. It is not a war. A war is when you declare, when you really are going full front against another nation to basically destroy it, to bring it down. But Russians aren't doing that. They're strategically striking certain areas to get Zelensky to be reasonable and come to an agreement with them. They have not declared war on the Ukraine. There is no war. There's no war. It's a conflict. But Zelensky and all the Western countries want it to be World War III. Now, maybe they'll succeed and they will provoke Russia into an actual war, and then it would be World War III. I don't know that will happen. At this point, it doesn't look like it's happening because Zelensky finally backed down and agreed to not have a NATO vote, which is good. And there's been some other good things that are happening that are showing that it's probably going to end as a conflict, and Russia is probably going to get what they reasonably asked for in the first place. And it was Zelensky who refused to go into negotiations with Russia before the conflict started. It wasn't Russia, it was Zelensky. He refused to have peace talks. But now he's doing it, and it looks like he is having to concede some things. So we'll see what happens. But anyhow, just don't get all upset about what's going on over there. Pray really hard for everybody involved, but don't believe what you're hearing in the media. It's about 90% lies. It's really bad. And I noticed today that Russian television has now been taken off of YouTube. You can't see any news from Russia on YouTube anymore. At least I couldn't when I tried to look it up. It's a blackout. Um, and then when I tried to click on some Russian news, well, actually, it's American news, but it's alternative news about Russia telling the truth. When I tried to click on it from a website today, another website, um, it was also blacked out. I couldn't reach. When I initially clicked on it, it gave me these errors and told me that I couldn't go to those, that I wasn't allowed to see those pages. But then when I clicked on it a second time, it let me see it. So interesting. They're blacking out the truth. They don't want anybody to find out what's really going on over there. So anyway, God bless you, and Jesus is really good. He's coming very, 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 very soon for those who love Him, and we need to be ready. And I love Him very much, and He loves you so much that He wants to be with you forever. So get ready, because He wants to spend forever with you. So get ready. It's like we're the bride, and we have to prepare for the groom to come. Coming. He's coming very, very soon, and He's coming to take us forever. It's just so beautiful. Anyway, God bless you.